A very good morning to you, and thanks for staying with us on Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin. This is the News Sponge, a news and current affairs compilation of topical story headlines making the rounds. I am your host. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. You're welcome. And here are the headlines trending in the news today. President Tinubu seeks to end Gaza aggression. Tinubu celebrates Tunde Bakare at 70. Tinubu urges Oyo APC to reclaim state in 2027. Times are hard, but things will get better, Tinubu Sanwo-Olu assures Nigerians. Federal government restates commitment to achieve food security, wealth creation. Federal government moves to tackle building collapses, vows strict sanctions. ACF asks government to crush new terror group, Lakurawa. Federal government cements sign agreement on purchase of oncology equipment. Obasanjo wishes Ayedatiwa success in Ondo governorship poll. I'm not jealous of Tinubu, Atiku replies presidency. And on the minimum wage, NLC issues December 1 ultimatum to state governments. No November salary bonus without residency number, Kwara government tells workers. Dangote, Ipman finally reach agreement to lift PMS, others directly. On Ondo polls, sensitive materials arrive at Akure. Moving on to the foreign scene, Mauritius Prime Minister accepts huge defeat in election. Russia denies Trump call with Putin urging restraint in Ukraine. Still on the foreign scene, 2,500 villages evacuated as force major storm in a month hits Philippines. And Saudi Crown Prince says Israel must not attack Iran. Moving into the world of sports, CAF WCL Aduku satisfied with Edo Queen's performance in win over CBEFC. Van Nistelrooy leaves Manchester United. And those are the major headlines making the rounds in the news today. It was compiled and edited by Abiodun Akiomi. For sponsorship or advert placement, kindly contact our sales and marketing office on 091 2929 4332 or 090 77227120. Coming up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we discuss and have an in-depth analysis on some of the topical story headlines making the rounds. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. Don't forget you can follow us by logging on to any of our Diamond FM online platforms, www.diamondfm.net, that's our website, and at Diamond 87 FM on Instagram and Facebook, and Diamond FM Ilorin on YouTube. You can also download our app on Google Play Store and iOS Apple Store, Diamond 887 FM. Coming up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show. It commences shortly. Please stay with us.
In this country, I don't lose hope. Oh my God, jackpot.
Leaving the country may not be the solution that you think it is. Don't make leaving Nigeria the only solution to your life's challenges. Japa because you want to, but stop raising it as a solution to national issues that you can work on and fix. Nigeria will always be your home, and together we can make it better.
This message is reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, Ilorin.
The major talking points in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead, and you call yourself giant of Africa. Yeah.
Nigeria don't spoil my business too much. Nigeria is too hard for us. I mean, they want to kill us. Why not kill us for Nigeria? Oh, please, help us beg them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
How can a government, how can you hold Indomine? This is intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice genuine democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DBS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Loring, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
A very good morning to you once again. You're still tuning and listening to Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. This is the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from our studios. The Diamond Breakfast Show comes to you every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. This is where we discuss topical issues making the headlines, making the rounds in the news, from Nigeria to the international scene, from social to economic and political issues. We dissect the stories in the studio and then also open up our platforms to you to also give your reactions. You can be a part of the show by watching us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM and YouTube Diamond FM Ilorin. You can also listen to us via our website www.diamondfm.net from any part of the world, or download our app on Google Play Store and iOS Apple Store, Diamond FM. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman, and I'm your host on the Wednesday edition of the Diamond Breakfast Show. This morning we'll be taking a look at a couple of topical issues making the rounds in the news. We'll be talking about the Edo State inauguration, the inauguration of a new governor, a new administration in Edo State. That is Governor Okpebolo. We'll also be taking a look at the coming election in Ondo State, and then we'll move on from that to the issue of women and girls, maternal health, child marriage, and so much more on this program. Please stick around. It promises to be an interesting ride this morning. Right, joining me this morning, I have Engineer Jacobs Omotayo, a public affairs analyst, a social commentator, and like I like to say every time, a concerned Nigerian. A very good morning, sir.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mimi.
It's good to have you on the program.
It's a wonderful time to be here.
All right. This morning, we'll kickstart with the new inauguration that was done in Edo State. That is Governor Okpebolo and his deputy. Governor Monday Okpebolo was inaugurated yesterday as the governor of Edo State, and he has promised to deliver the dividends of democracy to the people of the state. The key highlights of his vision for the state include education, food, good road network, and so many other things that he has mentioned. However, I would like to look at the transition process from Governor Obaseki to Okpebolo. How would you rate the transition process between these two administrations? Yesterday, we read in the news that Governor Obaseki was nowhere to be found at a point, and his deputy, which that one too is still in contest. That's Philip Shuaibu, said he would hand over no matter what, and it caused a couple of issues when we read that in the news yesterday. But what is your take on the transition process in Edo State and between different governments as well, between one administration or the other?
Thank you very much. I want to appreciate our listeners at home for their time and for their contributions to come. You see, when it comes to electioneering in this part of the world, is always seen as a do or die thing. We are not the mindset is all about winning. Sometimes it's not about what they can deliver to the people.
Right.
Sometimes it's a show of strength. Sometimes it's a show of we belong to the top while some belongs to the bottom. Well, with the transition program, there are hiccups. The hiccups started actually from the time of electioneering and to the election itself. They are from their going around to canvass for vote and the rest of them. You can see some hiccups here and there, hitches, and then after that, we found out that before the election, one party refused to sign the peace pact, saying that they do not have confidence in one or two of the processes and maybe one or two people that will handle the institutions. So some of you are saying remove the rec. We don't want the rec. We can't work with the rec and all banner things. And at the end of the day, when it comes to governors that are spent maybe 2 terms and they are probably on their way out, the fear of EFCC is the beginning of wisdom. From in some climes, we understood that the governor is trying to keep himself away from public glare for some reasons. Well, if that is true, we don't know, but that it may not be just taken away by some that may be looking for him to answer 1 or 2 questions.
Okay. And
also on the issue of transition, I think the transition was without hitches. It was done without hitch. That's one. And then number 2, the incoming governor that was sworn in, that becomes governor yesterday, that is Senator Okpebolo.
Yes, Okpebolo.
I listened to the speech. I read the speech online, and I can see that he has good intention for the people. Looking at what he has said, and if he is able to follow through to see that those things he mentioned, those are actually the issues bordering Nigeria, issues of security, issue of good economic policies, and being able to follow up on those policies to see that the people that elected him into power
actually
reap the dividend of democracy, which is good living, and the rest of them. And then coming to look at the appointment that was made, I already saw, the appointment, raising dust in some circles.
All right.
And I feel that when it comes to this thing, these activities called politics, you have never seen all. They have their surprises, they have their antics, and they have their games, up their sleeves. Somebody somewhere wants to please somebody somewhere want to show I'm grateful, which is not bad. But
right.
Even with the appointment, just 3 of the appointment, we can see a reflection of thank you very much.
All right.
From the incoming
now, talking about this appointment, Adams Oshomole's son was also appointed. It was one of the appointees.
That is the first thank you.
Yesterday. And it brought about a lot of conversations about why the same set of people, or from the same circle, or from the same family, have to continue ruling us in this country. Has it become a family thing? Is it now a throne that once somebody steps down, another person from that same circle has to now come in? It has brought about that question of why this same set of people we're recycling the same set of people in government. Why do we have that? You mentioned that it's a thank you, but let's also look at it from the angle of these people are also Nigerians. They're also people who have one thing or the other to offer the government. Can't we look at it as the fact that they have the competence and the wherewithal to actually carry out these activities that they have been appointed for? Or is it still a thank you, just like you have mentioned?
Well, you see, it's a very serious scenario. It's not funny at all. How many of the sons of a nobody have you seen being appointed something in Nigeria? It's always this. It's always a tradition of recycling himself. How many have you seen? How many will be able to afford the kind of money that is being thrown around during electioneering campaign? How many can afford to buy a form? You know how much it costs to get a form to vie for governorship position. You know how much it costs even to vie for local government chairman. You know the forms, how much it will cost to get a form. So how many of the ordinary Nigerians can afford that? So this governance is within a circle. It's within a circle. We have people who believe that some people actually believe they own Nigeria. So some people also believe that they own the state. So if it is not them, then it is nobody. So that's where we are. Yeah, we need to understand it. It didn't start today. It didn't just start today. It has happened in this state before. It has happened here before. It has happened in other places before, where you see the children of the high and mighty, being brought in to serve. There's this Yoruba adage that says, you don't have money. You don't have what to offer. In a meeting, you raise your hand to talk. What idea do you have? What idea does a poor man have? You have nothing to offer. As far as they are concerned, you have nothing to offer.
So for how long will we continue with that narrative or with that system in Nigeria?
I think if anything will change, it has to change with us. Like I said, before now, we have been very silent on the process that takes people to governance. Yeah, the process is in itself. The process in itself is shoddy, and we need to rise up one day to raise a political party of choice.
All right.
Because all the political parties that we have now, they are not political parties of our choice. They are the political parties of those who have the money. It's the political party of those who have the money bags, those who have deep pockets in the country. So if we want to, well, there's nothing wrong in people come together, float parties, and take a decision. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes somebody, people in the NLC one day came up and said there should be a Labour Party. A day will come. I don't know the YPP. I've not campaigned for anybody, but I said those youth. Progressive party or something. Some people can come one day, even the Student Association of Nigeria, maybe the Student Union government, they can come up one day and say, okay, we want to have a political party of our own.
All right, but if they do that, what about the role that money still has to play? Because we're talking about ordinary Nigerians here, regular people like you and I. How many of us have that much money to put down?
You see, anything to do with this money comes to play when political party decides what they want to collect. It is the political party that drive people away, that drives the common man away, that drives ordinary people away, that you don't belong here. So INEC is not taking any money from them. It's a political party thing. So if you want to, sometimes in the north you have some political party coming up and they call themselves talakawas. So you have that. So people come up. It's an ideology.
All right.
So party is about what people can get. If I want to be a politician and I can now afford to be a member of these big parties where I need to put down 150 million to get a governorship form.
Ticket or form.
Yeah, form. It's not even the
form. Yes. First.
So, and I don't. You need to look at probably how much you will require when you enter one village or the other. That you have to drop or this or that before. So you calculate together. Somebody will tell you that maybe you need more than $1 billion to become one. So if you have to go through those political parties to do that, then you need to choose wisely which of them to go to.
All right. I think we need to take some reactions right here. You can call us on 0913-655-6952. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Alaji Tayo.
All right, Alaji Tayo, welcome to the program.
See, that question you ask, is it now that you have known that governance in Nigeria is a recycling leadership? And when you look at the history, the trajectory, you discover that if a father is living as a governor today, they bring him his son to contest. Even in the state, in our own state, as far as state, many of these appointees, politicians, and those that have been appointed, are they not former son or daughter of this or that who have been politics before? And that's how it's going to continue. How many times have they compensated those who really suffer and follow them during the campaign? So when they come on board, they begin to give their cronies, their sons, their daughters, their friends' sons and daughters appointment. It is not the best. And the guest in there has said it all. That it's so capital intensive such that people like you and me cannot get there. But if our system is adjusted, we can always get there. For how long are we going to be recycling leadership? Does that mean all these people are appointed? Is it based on competence or based on party composition? It should not be the case. So that's the case what happened in the country.
All right, Alaji Tayolo, before you go, they say that the power lies with the electorate. That is, those of us that continue to vote these people in. As much as we see that, yes, we are recycling the government, but what can we do with that power that we now have as a people to ensure that this occurrence does not happen again? And then we have maybe fresh ideas, fresh people with fresh ideas.
You see, that question you ask is not true. Does our vote count in Nigeria? Does our vote count? Our vote does not count. It doesn't count. Though if it counts, we will not be same people coming to power and now somebody going to court. And at the end of the day, the court will now say, this is not the winner, this is the winner. When INEC can declare somebody the winner, the other party go to court. And at the end of the day, he got the ticket back. Does our vote count in that respect? Then the only way that can change this thing is to change our electoral law. And how do I mean? Now today, if you want to contest for governorship, they will ask you to go and bring 40 million, 30 million. Can you and me afford such an amount of money? And we have among us people that are competent, people that have had good antecedents, who will know their performance when they had the appointment. So do we have the chance? So they should make our electoral law to make it possible for everybody to come in. When you want to contest for any you see, campaigning election is capital intensive, but they can make it not to be so. And if I thought they are not making it to be so, then they empower more people that are not their children or their family members, if they want to be sincere. How long are we going to continue to recycle our leadership? It's not true. It's not too good for the country. So the electoral law must change, and we must be sincere with ourselves. That is just the best solution.
Thank you, Alaji Tayolowo. Thank you so much for calling in. Now, before we go on a break, let's quickly touch on the incoming election in Ondo State. We have seen smaller political parties forming alliances with the APC and the PDP, according to reports by Punch, to secure electoral gains, reportedly motivated by financial benefits as well. We have also been hearing reports about vote buying happening, items being distributed, and all of that. And I remember that, was it last week, we talked about some of the lessons that we're supposed to take from the United States elections and, practice here in our democracy, in our electoral system here in Nigeria. Why are we still having these issues of vote buying at this point? As much as we keep emphasizing, we keep educating the public, now we're talking about those that are buying the votes and the votes of people that they are buying. That is the electorate who are collecting items and things like that from people who are contesting for one political position or the other. What exactly is the issue here? Why do we keep having this issue of vote buying in our elections? These are reports, actually. They have not been proven, but these are reports that we're getting preceding the election that is coming in Ondo
Don't
State.
overflog this issue. This issue is simply poverty. Let me tell you something. Poverty is a tribe in Nigeria today. We have two major tribes in Nigeria today. We have the very rich and we have the poor. It's not too thin.
Okay.
And let me tell you very sincerely, they have weaponized poverty, and it's now a tool. It's a tool because an hungry man, whatever is thrown at him or thrown to him, will be taken in a rush. You see somebody that is thirsty, maybe he has not taken water for a whole day, and eventually he finds a brook. He may want to die there. So it's as simple as that they know what they are doing, and they know how much they have stressed the people, and they know how much they have held the people's funds and capital to themselves. You can see our streets, you can see our markets, you can see our women, you can see our children. And I can tell you sincerely, if we have a situation like that in Kwara State today, the same thing will happen. You see people rushing towards wherever the carcass are, there the eagles go. So when you find a piece of cake somewhere, see so many people rushing to go there to see if they can have a share.
All right, but without thinking of the consequences of such actions. We have said it that, okay, if you collect...
What will consequences of what will the consequences of it be when somebody that is hungry is looking for a piece of cake?
Okay, and when you collect that piece of cake today, you would suffer for it for the next 4 years.
The fact of the matter is the poverty is already entrenched. It's already entrenched. It's not a matter of debate. People are wallowing in abject poverty. People are jobless. A lot of jobs are lost. A lot of companies are folding up. There are basic things that should be paramount in the minds of our government, and that they should be focusing on while the people. But if we ask ourselves, is that their focus? Is that what they are looking at? How many of companies you have in this state are standing on their legs? How many of them have not been overtaxed? So there are a lot of issues bedeviling us.
All right.
But the fact of the matter is they know. And if they want to fix it, they know what to do to fix it. But as long as you kept people perpetually hungry and you kept them down, the next election they will be running at your beck and call. It's as simple as that.
All right, Engineer Jacobs Omotayo, according to the reports that we have here, it is said that a lot of these political parties have planned to pay as much as 20,000 naira per vote, and it's going to be the highest bidder at this point. But looking at all of these reports that we're getting right now, according to the report, it has not been confirmed, but that's the report that we have. What do you think INEC can do? Let's look at the preparations of INEC for these elections. How well are they prepared to ensure that this election is free and fair? How well have they ensured that the mistakes that we made in previous elections will not be made in this particular election?
I think INEC will have to answer that question. But what I want to say is that what has been the consequences of those who have been arrested in the time past that were caught in this act? Has there not been vote buying before? Yes. In
what
fact,
has been done to
they've
this?
been caught in the act. Vote buying is real. And vote buying has become part and parcel of our electoral system. So it is those who are going out, those foot soldiers going out with the money, are just riffraffs of these politicians.
All right.
And they give them assignments. Go out, go and give, induce them, so that they can vote for us. Like I said before, now poverty has been weaponized. So everyone that is on the queue is waiting to be called to the corner to come and take his own share, so that he can vote against his conscience.
All right.
So if we, like I said before now, how many had been prosecuted? You see, we don't hear anything after election. Yes, we heard that some people were arrested in some place during the general election, or maybe in the election that happened in Kogi, or those off-cycle election that happened. How many of them have been prosecuted? If they have been prosecuted, where and what is the penalty that was given to them? Were they jailed? Were they fined? We will never hear anything anymore, because they know how to do it. They know how to do it.
So you're saying that's why we still keep having vote buying
there is no
in our
consequences
elections?
there's no consequences for electoral violence in Nigeria. I've not seen it. That's the truth. I've not seen it.
All right.
Only the person that does not have a person anyway. Maybe those people who have. I mean, if somebody that is coming in as a governor give people money to go and share, and he comes in as governor, what do you think he will do? Everyone that is in prison for his sake will not come out.
All right, let's take some reactions.
Bobrisky was somewhere now. Bobrisky was somewhere. He has money. Bobrisky has money. Did Bobrisky stay? I don't. They say he did. They say he stayed between prison. Some people say he didn't stay there.
Let's take this reaction today. All right, Engineer Jacobs. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Ahmed calling from Tanken.
Ahmed. Hi, Ahmed. Good morning. Go ahead.
What I want to say firstly, Nigeria as of now does not have a viable political party. Now, in case of Edo State, PDP was there and PDP has been driving home now by the APC. And APC is a form of amalgamation. Different political parties coming together to drive home the ruling party. And that is, and their case is not like the Falcon and the Falconet, because some of them, they did not know themselves. They did not even hear themselves. That is why it will now result to issue of compensation with appointments. It even happened during the Buhari regime. Compensation of an appointment.
All right.
It is not in an issue of Ondo State. Ondo State, the incumbent governor now, everyone knows that. There is no fact, but there is no doubt out there that he will spend money, because during the primary election he did the same thing. We all know who owns the ticket of that APC. It does not belong to him, but he manipulated the election and he claimed to be the winner.
We do not have the fact about that. Let us be very careful. Let's be very careful with our statements.
I'm from Ondo State and I know what is going on in my state.
All right, but of course we should speak with facts. All right. Thank you so much. 0913-655-6952. The ticket was given to him by the political party, and they have their processes and methods. So if they say he's the flag bearer of the party, he is the flag bearer of the party. We do not have those details about manipulation or not. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Welcome, sir. All right, go ahead.
Your guest has touched so many issues. But he left many untouched. The first one is, he should be truthful to you. Does he vote?
I do.
In 2011, that's 2 years before my retirement, I was working with one federal parastatal. Our staff strength was 100 staff. I was the only one voting. So I can tell you 95% of Nigerians who vote, they are not educated. That's number one.
Okay.
He has mentioned poverty. That's part of it. But recently, a lot of things are even introduced. Religion, tribe, even turn to turn. So when you are comparing what is happening in Nigeria, somebody who is educated, I know your guest, let somebody come and give him 1 million today, say vote for me, you will not do it. For somebody who is not educated, if you give him 1,000 naira, it's an open secret. Vote buying is open secret. Everybody is aware. INEC is helpless. There's nothing they can do about it. Prosecution, it should be the Ministry of Justice who will prosecute. And they are in government. So, and if opposition parties are arrested and their women too are arrested, there's no way there will be prosecution. We have a long way to go. And another thing, the main issue the main problem we're having now is that this system of government, this how do they call this model, this American model? Presidential is too expensive.
Very, very.
All right.
And we are not even following the way it is in practice in America. It is highly commercialized.
Okay.
That is most lucrative business you can do in Nigeria today. An House of Reps member can conveniently pay for professors minimum every month.
More than that.
So if we continue like that, there's no other things to work.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Bamidele. Thank you for calling. We need to go on a quick break. When we return, we'll be taking more of your reactions and calls. Don't forget, this morning we're talking about the transition of government in Edo State and the new governor, his promises, and then we're also taking a look at the incoming Ondo State governorship election and the reports of vote buying going on the ground with items being distributed and the fact that money has been earmarked to be distributed to people who vote for certain political parties. What do you make of this entire story, and how can we ensure that this does not continue to happen in our country, Nigeria? Please stay with us.
Technology is transforming our world. From communications to sports, business, health, and transportation, innovations are being made by young minds across the globe. And Nigeria is no exception, with talented individuals ready to make a positive impact on the world stage. Here in Kwara, we have the potential to be Africa's next tech talent hub. That's why Kwara Build Tech Community is inviting you to join over 2,000 young innovators tackling local and global challenges through collaboration and creativity at the 7th Kwara Build Tech Conference, KBTC 24. At KBTC 24, experience 2 days of learning, networking, inspiration, and growth right here in Ilorin. Be a part of the future of technology in Nigeria. This life-changing event takes place on November 21st to 23rd, 2024 at the M&M Event Center, Ilorin. Entry is free with VIP access available for those who want an exclusive experience. For more details, visit quarabuild.com. KBTC, where the future begins today.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀?
Abẹ́rẹ́ wa ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
Òótọ́ ló sọ, ṣé bí ìyí tó lè gún fúnra ẹ ni?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò dẹ̀ dùn mí, kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò nǹkan kan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù mẹ́ta, ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù mẹ́ta tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn, ṣáà lè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, jẹ́ ká máa lọ ìfẹ́ mi.
Olówó orí mi nìyẹn.
Láti lo abẹ́rẹ́ tá à ń kún fara ẹni ti ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí yìí nígbà alákọ̀ọ́kọ́, lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó súnmọ́ jù fún ìgbaninímọ̀ràn. Ṣèwádìí nípa àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tó wà. Wà lórí Airtel lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó o tẹ 4 2 1 kó sì tẹ 0 3 0 tàbí kó o kàn sí discoveryourpower.org. Federal Ministry of Health àti the Society for Family Health ló mú ìkéde yìí wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín.
Please listen to this announcement. Are you ready to study and work abroad in Canada, UK, USA, Australia, and Europe? Good news is here. My admission link is bringing more than 15 top universities and college representatives to Ilorin for Study Abroad Fair. Meet our partners from Webster University, Algoma University, University of Windsor, Fanshawe College, and many more. This fair offers access to an on-the-spot offer letters, tuition discounts, application fee waivers, career guidance, and so much more. Meet a registered Canadian immigration consultant for insider tips on securing a Canadian study permit. Registration is free. This event is open to students from higher institutions, A-level students, core members, recent secondary school graduates, parents, guardians, working professionals, and everyone eager to study abroad or relocate abroad. Venue is the Peace Hotel, Tanke, Ilorin. Date is Saturday, November 23. Time 10 a.m. For more information, visit myadmissionlink.com/event or call this number 081 060 606 93 081 060 606 93. Your future is waiting. Don't miss this opportunity. Announcer, myadmissionlink.com.
For fast relief of cold pain, fever and headache. Karaole, koko.
Ẹ sọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù yìí bàtàrà ríro kí wọ́n kán lùgbó one time. Karaole ti dé o. Àgbàwọlé ní iṣẹ́ ni àkàwọlé ń tè kan. Koríko tẹ́lẹ̀ bá ti tẹ òtún gbérí mọ́. Dìde Karaole lúbúlúbú funfun pẹ̀yìn rúkù sarajọ mẹ́ra yágágá. Àjàká kò tí sọkọ fún ẹ̀fọ́ ní òtútù yìí bàtàrà ríro lágọ̀ọ́ ara. Káì! Kàsàkàsà knockout. Agbára ju agbára lọ. Dìde Karaole. Jagunla bí olùgbòǹgbò gàjàtọ̀ ara jàtọ̀ kìtìlẹ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ ìlúra kẹgbà. To Yield Pharmaceutical Industries Limited. Àwọn tó lórúkọ tó ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé níbi kápò oògùn òyìnbó ló ṣe. Bára rẹ̀ ò bá yá lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta.
Ìfẹ́ mi.
Má ṣàfihàn o, kàn sí dókítà rẹ̀.
Hello there! Looking for fun, laughter, entertainment, dance, trend, want to mingle or connect, some relaxation, and many more? Search no further. Diamond Amusement Park, located at Plot 2 New Yidi Road, Ilorin, is where you get those. We've got pendulum, carousels, rocket launcher, roller coaster, Oculus Quest, swimming pool, table tennis, bumper car, swing, seesaw, horse merry-go-round, slides, lawn tennis, video games PS4, piggy cart, to mention few. Feel the adrenaline rush as I list our games. Want to celebrate your child's birthday, graduation, reunion, get together, or want to surprise your friend, partner, or family? Come visit Diamond Amusement Park today and you'll be glad you did. Refreshment is available at affordable rate. Gate fee is 500 naira. For further inquiry, call 080-2677-3152 or visit Plot 2 New Yidi Road, Ilorin. Diamond Amusement Park, truly home of unlimited fun.
Ìfẹ́ mi. Ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀?
Abẹ́rẹ́ wa. Ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
Òótọ́ ló sọ, ṣé bí ìtò lè gún fúnra ẹni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò dẹ̀ dùn mí. Kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò ń kankan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù mẹ́ta. Ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù mẹ́ta tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn. Ṣá lè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, jẹ́ ká máa lọ ìfẹ́ mi.
Olówó orí mi nìyẹn.
Láti lo abẹ́rẹ́ tá à ń gún fara ẹni ti ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí yìí nígbà alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ lọ sí ilé ìwòsàn tó súnmọ́ jù fún ìgbaninímọ̀ràn. Ṣèwádìí nípa àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tó wà. Wà lórí Airtel lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ kó tẹ 4 2 1 kó sì tẹ 0 3 0 tàbí kó kàn sí discoveryourpower.org. Federal Ministry of Health àti the Society for Family Health ló mú ìkéde yìí wá sétí ìgbọ́ yín.
The major talking points in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead and you call yourself giant of Africa.
From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Loring, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You're still tuned in and listening to the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from our studios, Diamond 88.7 FM in Ilorin. We still have in the studio engineer Jacobs Omotayo. My name is Bisola. Oduwole Suleiman. And today we're talking about the coming election in Ondo State and preparations for that particular election, and the allegations of vote buying already going on underground, and that money has been earmarked for people to be paid off or to be bought to vote for certain political parties. What is your take on all of this? My guest in the studio has said poverty has a very huge role to play. Someone else called to also say education too is also important. How do you think we can get out of this situation? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Bisola.
morning.
Yemi Asaji is my name.
All right, good to have you, sir. Go ahead.
Engineer Jacob, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Handing over in Edo State to me was just the same ceremonial thing like the ones before. Now, if the new governor can transform his manifestos into reality or into achievable goals, the Edolites will be happy for it. I hope he will not be a victim of godfatherism. You see, I heard some people lamenting the appointment of Oshiomole's son. The first question we need to ask ourselves is that, is he qualified? Yes, he is qualified. He's a medical doctor. And he's now a commissioner designate, commissioner for health designate. Is he not an indigene of Edo State? He is. Is Oshiomole qualified to be compensated? He is more than qualified. Because he suddenly transformed himself into a nocturnal animal by campaigning from village to village at night. And that must also involve money. When he was doing this, nobody faulted him. Now, it will take a while to see undiluted political atmosphere in the country. There are some strong dynasties in this country that will always have their way with any political party, except we want to deceive ourselves. Alliance is normal and tradition as far as democracy is concerned. Some smaller parties know their strength. They know they cannot win. So they need to look for a sanctuary where they can hide their head. Even if it is aides or commissioner, they will get at the end of the day. Vote buying, like Engineer Jacob said, is criminal. So both buyers and sellers are criminals. And in most cases, it is not as a result of poverty, but because of anticipated neglect after winning election. Some of those who are going from house to house, kneeling down now, the moment they win election, you cannot get them again. I used to have a friend who became a local government chairman. The day I called him, he was saying, so since then, I never called him again. So these are some of the things that happen. So people will say, okay, let me collect whatever I can collect, because when they get there, they become elusive. So a lot of things, like the Engineer Jacob said, and my brother and friend Ige said, you see, we still need a lot of education, and that will take decades before it can give us what we want. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you for calling. All right, while we're still discussing this, let's quickly move on to a very crucial issue, which has to do with the rights of women and girls in Nigeria and across the world. Let's talk about the fact that it has been said that women who access healthcare or proper healthcare during pregnancy is about 43% of Nigerian women. 43% of women who are the only ones who go to the hospital to access maternal health care in Nigeria, and that is a very, very low percentage as compared to about 95% that is expected by the United Nations. Now, let's talk about some of the factors that actually influence this, or some of the factors that encourage it here in Nigeria. This is year 2024. Are we still supposed to be here at this point in time? And what can be done? Let's talk about the factors first, and then talk about what can be done to ensure that we have more women, because this is one of the reasons why we also have maternal deaths during child delivery. What can be done to ensure that we have more women access proper health care during pregnancy and after?
Well, I want to say that I may not agree with that report. 3%. I may not agree with that.
Are you saying it's higher or lower?
That is really inflated. That's the way I see it.
Wow.
We don't have up to that number that access, or have the ability to access these health facilities.
All right.
And I have my reasons for saying that. you see, you need to go to the interland and see what it looks like. Some do not have motorable roads to even get to the city. Some they will only have to go with a motorcycle to get to town or get to the nearest center. You see, if you transverse this state, if you go to places like Ifelodu now, you go through Share, you go through Shagbe, you go through Zambufu, you go through all those places, go to Babanla, like that, just go like that, and then to some axes, like before you know it, I can tell you that what you will find there will surprise you. Yes, we have looks and we have a lot of looks and cranny, a lot of corners in this country where you don't find government presence at all. And where you find Nigeria. It, yes, and some place where you find it with little presence, or little or so without facility, without personnel that are knowledgeable in child birth and what has to do with care. Maternal care has to do with it. So if you look at it, number one, do we have good roads connecting these towns and villages? The answer is no. Now, forget about what you see in the cities, or what you see in the state capitals. Forget about that. So that's one. Number two, affordability. Most of these hospitals that are said to be government hospitals, how many of them will you go to that you'll be taken care of freely? That you will not be given one small note to go to the pharmacy. And how many of such pharmacy will you find in those communities? And how are you sure that that's number two? Number three is the incidence of fake drugs. That somebody sold something to me in this city here, and unfortunately for me, I didn't go through I didn't read through what I was buying. When I got home, it was my daughter that pointed it to me that, Daddy, this thing you bought is expired.
Expired?
It's expired. So, wow. It's expired. I didn't know.
Now that is happening in the city?
In the city here. I didn't know. So, I have much more. Those communities, and then that's number two. That's number three. Number four, lack of proper education. Are they read? Are they knowledgeable? Do they know what to do?
Is it Western education or health education now? Which
Western
one?
And health.
Okay.
Western and health. Because if you have the Western, you will ask for the health side of it. Now you look at that. Another one that is there is, what is the proximity of these health centers to those who need them? So by the time you now look at, you see, when we lose people, it is those who are closer, who are the closest to the individual, that feel the pain. And you know what? In this part of the world, maternal mortality is very, very high.
Right.
It's very, very high. I think it's coming down, but it's not still good enough. We're not where we're supposed to be. We may not be where we used to be, but we are not where we are supposed to be.
Right.
So I believe that government still have a lot of advocacies to do. That's number one. Number two, we need to reach the hinterland to be able to reach these people. People that live in the city are considerably few compared to those who live in the rural areas. And if you go to the rural areas, go and see the degree of poverty ravaging them. Go on. You see, sometimes it's very easy to come here and talk about these things, but the reality is beyond what is being described here.
All right, let's take some reactions. Engineer Jacob, hello, good morning. All right, please call us back 0913-655-695. This one says, good morning, presenter and the guest. To me, I don't think our politics in this nation can grow because even the masses are not ready to learn. JC Obasan from Wafa. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. We have a few seconds,
God bless
sir.
You.
All right, what's your name and where are you calling from?
From Black Journey.
All right, go ahead.
concerning this election, Serap, to INEC, to court concerning buy and selling cards.
All right.
Up now, it's in the court. Court did not sit. No INEC, no court.
All right.
Where would you see ourselves? Who are there? What I pray for is that may God Almighty see us through.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for your reaction. God bless you too. 0913-655-6952 is also reiterating the point of my guest, where nothing has been done to those who have been caught buying or selling votes. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This issue, I think what we are lacking is enough sensitization.
All right.
I can see that federal government has taken over most of these maternal issues.
Okay.
Because we have some, how do they call this, locally built semi-hospitals.
Dispensaries. Dispensaries and the rest of them.
And so on. And like over here, we have about 6 or more.
Okay.
And they are taking care of pregnant women free.
All right.
I can tell you that.
For free?
So the one that... Pardon?
Is it for free? Did you say it's for free?
At least they attend to them free.
Okay.
I don't know whether they are buying drugs.
All right.
Or about buying drugs.
All right.
And the one that is beyond them, they go to general hospital. Federal government is taking care of that properly. I'm aware of that.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Mr. Bamitele.
The sensitization
is not enough. All right. Thank you. We really do hope that more sensitization is done. We have more reactions, but we need to go. Good morning. Less than 18 months into Tinubu's administration, Nigerians have had to swallow the bitter pills of bad government policies. It's even more sad that the government is trying to capture the entire state, whereas the issue of performance and good performance the citizens are clamoring for has been relegated to the ground. Ben Okoli from Taiwo. We need to go now. Thank you so much, Engineer Jacobs Omotayo, for coming. My name is Bisola Oduwole Suleiman. To ensure you have yourselves a lovely rest of the day. The conversation continues tomorrow with more stories as they unfold. Bawadasi is coming up in a bit. Please stay with us.
Ìfẹ́ mi, ṣé ẹ ti ṣe tán?
Ṣé láti lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí ẹ̀?
Abẹ́rẹ́ wa ìfètòsọ́mọ bíbí tí gbogbo ẹbí ni kì í ṣètò ìyá nìkan.
Òótọ́ ló sọ, ṣé bí ìyí tó lè gún fúnra ẹni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kò dẹ̀ dùn mí, kò ṣe mí bíi pé mo lò ń kankan rárá nígbà tí mo lò ń gbà yẹn.
Ó ṣe wá ń lọ nísìnyí nígbà tó ti gbà tẹ́lẹ̀.
Abẹ́rẹ́ kan máa gbé ẹ fóṣù 3, ó dẹ̀ ti dóṣù 3 tá a ti lọ kẹ́yìn, ṣáà lè máa lọ báyìí ṣá.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, jẹ́ ká máa